cool.
See already, these guys are already exchanging information on the laps this morning. What they're doing here is a very important task for the IndyCar Series, ISOT IndyCar Series and Firestone. They'll get to that in just a few minutes. These two drivers represent two of the most successful teams in the ISOT IndyCar Series with multiple Indianapolis 500 wins, and Scott himself on the left here actually has an Indianapolis 500 win as well. We'll start off with some brief introductions, and then we want the media to spend as much time with the drivers as possible. Again, we're at Firestone's schedule, and they have a lot of important work to do, so we'll turn it right to the media. We'll turn it right to the media as quickly as we can. First of all, I want to introduce Jerry Gappin, the Executive Vice President and General Manager of New Hampshire Motor Speedway, and the man that's been integral in getting the ISOT IndyCar Series back here in New England. Mark Robinson, again with Firestone. If you have any questions regarding what's actually going on here in the next 2 days, Mark can help answer those. And certainly the two most important gentlemen in the room. First of all, Tony Kanaan in the green driver suit, one of the most popular and personal drivers in the ISOT IndyCar Series. He's 2004 ISOT IndyCar Series champion, and he has 15 major open wheel victories. And then to his left, Scott Dixon, the 2008 Indianapolis 500 champion. He has 2 ISOT IndyCar Series championships and 24 major open wheel victories. Guys, welcome to New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We'll start with a couple of questions and then turn it over to the media. Scott, we'll start with you. First, just your initial thoughts. I know you were talking with Jerry right outside. Your initial thoughts of New Hampshire Motor Speedway, and also your reaction to becoming a race here in New England.
Yeah, it's definitely a new part of America that I haven't really seen, so it's always nice. Haven't seen too much of it yet, since we flew in late last night, but yeah, the track is, I don't know, I didn't know really what to expect. Similar to maybe Chicago, how it used to be the old paperclip one. But the track, I think for these cars is very suitable. It's pretty quick. I think we're already averaging almost 160 miles an hour or something. So the track was fairly slippery early on, but I think it might have been with the other rubber, whatever cars have been running here previously. But just going through the motions, it's been exciting and definitely a lot of fun so far. The car's been pretty good. Tires have been fantastic. I think we've almost run 120 laps or something already, so I don't know, just excited to be back on another short track. It seems throughout the series lifespan we've lost more and more of the short tracks, so me being a fan of the short tracks, it's fantastic to have another one on the schedule, and definitely can't wait to get back here for the real thing on the race weekend.
I just want to make sure neither of you drivers have experience here, correct? Not even the Indy Light Series, correct? All right, we'll turn to Tony. Tony, Scott sort of alluded to this, but is there another track where you've raced, or maybe even one on the current ISOT IndyCar Series that this track reminds you of?
Well, I think Scott was right, and as they call us now veterans nowadays, it's nice to come to a place that I've never been. Being in America for 15 years, it felt good this morning to come to a racetrack that I never had seen, apart from TV. So I think this track, it's like Scott said, it's pretty similar to the old Chicago track that we raced back on the Chump Car days, and they said there's less banking than Milwaukee, which looking at the track looks like there's more. That's what's fun about, which is cool. So I enjoy it a lot. I think I'm the wrong guy to ask if I want to come back to my oval, because if you look at my wins in IndyCar, most of them have been in the short track. So I enjoy it a lot, and I want to thank everybody for bringing us back here. I mean, it's definitely a thrill, and especially after last weekend's race, I definitely missed the short oval races.
Just wanted to ask you a little bit about this track in comparison to maybe in Iowa. Is there any similarities there in your estimation? And you talked about the short track. What was that? How was the news received amongst all the drivers in the series when you heard that you were coming to New Hampshire?
first question, Iowa has more banking, so I think it will be an easier track to run flat all the way around because the banking help our cars all the time. So this track is more tricky. I think it's between, to me, it's between Iowa and Milwaukee, which is, you know, it's pretty good. And your second question was about
The reception.
well,
How was it received?
I don't know, I think, you know, the guys that I talked to, I mean, me, Scott, Dario, I mean, all the guys, we love this type of tracks. I think, obviously, if you look, our success between the three drivers that I just mentioned, it's been huge in the short oval, so you have a tendency to love them. But I think this is, you know, we do have a big responsibility here today and tomorrow. I mean, we're trying to pick a tire which is already good enough, but there will be a good racing, and also we're trying to develop some of the aero packages so we can choose what's going to be best for the fans to watch a race. And you know, I think we already came pretty close. I mean, like Scott said, the tires are very good. I mean, the track was really green this morning, and we did 70 laps on the first set of tires, which is very unique when you come to a green track, you know, that nobody had run, especially in our rubber. So I would say, you know, it's the drivers like it. I mean, the ones that I spoke to, everybody's excited. I think, you know, we do need the big ovals, the super speedways, but maybe less of those and more of the mile ovals, and we have a good mix.
Just a note about the tires, Firestone has brought more than 400 tires for the 2-day test with up to 20 with up to 20 different combinations to test over the 2 days. So you might want to get an early night's rest tonight, Tony.
Can I go to bed?
Next question.
Scott, you talked about when as soon as you came out, pretty quickly got up to 160 or so. Where does it go from there? How do you fine tune? How much more do you get out of it, or you pretty much is it all fine tuning? I guess is there much more to get?
Yeah, I think you know, when you come to a circuit for the first time, it's kind of just you know, feeling it out. Try some big changes with you know, anything from weight distribution to springs and dampers and all that kind of stuff. And it's just kind of nice to, you know, get the first part of the day, I think, to try and figure out a balance on the car. You know, obviously we're here to test the tyres. You know, that's the main you know, objective for being here. So, you know, I think this morning was just kind of trying to fine tune. So you're in kind of a window that you can work with to go through the 400 sets of tyres, or 400 tyres that we have.
Don't look at me, look at Mark.
So, you know, I think coming back race weekend is going to be different. You know, the weather will be different. You know, with all these, you know, if we had 29 cars like we did in Chicago, running on the circuit, you know, the track would change drastically. So, you know, it's a bit of everything. Just trying to, you know, get your feet wet, see what it's like, and see, you know, what areas are major areas that you need to improve.
Inside 1 year from the race, it's next year, August 14th in 2011. What we'll do now is allow the drivers, allow you a little more time with the drivers, get to know them, and then they'll have to be off, grab a quick bite of lunch before they get back on the track. But they have a few more minutes to spend with you guys. Thank you.
The four turns, what do you feel about the four turns? So they're all different?
Definitely. I think, you know, turn 1 and 2, they seem a little bit easier than 3 and 4, in my opinion. But that can change a lot. I mean, after I'll have a better idea probably at the end of this 2 days. I mean, it's my first day. I only did actually 100 laps so far, but it's been fun.
Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Hey, Tony, Chris Ryan.